book of Micah, chapter 2, and verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you even with a sore destruction.
Jersey high school teacher suspended from his job after going on an angry, profanity-filled rant against George Floyd and Black Lives Matter. The tirade happening during a virtual class. One senior recording it on her phone and saying that she and 3 other students of color were singled out by their teacher. And I have to warn you, the video is disturbing. Here's CNN's Alexandra Field.
And the bottom line is we make him a hero. He's not a hero. He's like a criminal.
An explosive tirade from a Jersey City high school science teacher, Howard Zlotkin, ranting to his landscape and design class, a student says, against George Floyd.
You guys emulate people like people that just are wrong, that are criminals, and you're making them right because they're black or because they got a bad story. Everybody's got a bad story.
Zlotkin then unleashes on the Black Lives Matter movement and its founders.
The ladies that run Black Lives Matter own 5 houses and they're multimillionaires, and they don't give a
Later, when a student dares to disagree with his declaration that he is not privileged, a disturbing profanity-laced response.
And I'll tell you something, I ain't privileged. I come to work, I happen to be getting paid by my black vice principal who thinks I'm privileged too. And I come to school to...
You are privileged, though. Every white person is privileged. It's called
you know what? You are privileged. You...
Tamia Williams, a 17-year-old in the class, recorded the tirade on her phone.
If I didn't record and I just told my principal, he's probably not going to believe me.
Williams, who has just been accepted to college to study nursing, says she left the virtual class in tears after she and 3 other black girls were singled out with an assignment, a presentation on why Black Lives Matter. She says she contacted several of her counselors to let them know what happened in class. Her mother, Margie Nieves, says she called the school board, but they say no one responded to their complaints.
No one has reached out. No one's concerned how these kids are doing.
The very next day, Williams said Zlotkin was back in class, demanding that she explain why Black Lives Matter.
I'm not presenting.
Why not? Why not?
Because I don't want to present.
Why? You sound like my other student. You don't care. Of course, why? You can't make a case for yourself? No, you can't, Tamia. That's why.
No, that's not why. I just don't feel like presenting.
I don't think you can make a case. You know what, Tamia? Don't worry about it. You're full of too.
Zlotkin has not responded to CNN's request for comment. He told the Washington Post he's being judged on a snapshot out of a 60-minute class, that his comments were taken out of context, and that he can't comment further because of the ongoing investigation. He has now been suspended with pay from Dickinson High School while the Jersey City School District's legal department investigates whether to dismiss the tenured teacher. In a statement, the district saying it's appalled by the statements Zlotkin made to students filled with anger, profanity, and disrespect. Jersey City Board of Education President Musab Ali tells us Zlotkin was back in class after the first rant because the district was still collecting information and hadn't yet received the video.
I hope that, he doesn't ever teach again.
Nieves says her daughter is still reeling, sending friends and relatives of other races, even her mom, heartbreaking messages.
And she'll say, Mom, do you accept me for my color, for my race? And I said, Mia, of course. I love you. You're my only child. I'll die for you. That broke my heart. That touched me. And I'm just like, what has this man done to my daughter?
I don't know who's looking at me in a different way. I don't know who's gonna be like, oh, I don't like you because of your color, or oh, like your life just don't matter.
Don, anyone who watches those videos may be quick to come to their own conclusions, but the school district says its investigation is still underway. The school board president, Musab Ali, says they have also reached out to local police and child protective services. Howard Zlotkin is an adjunct professor at Hudson County Community College as well. The college has responded to the release of those videos with a statement saying Zlotkin has been suspended with pay pending further investigation.
Story out of Louisiana where you had a little brother that was trying to run and catch the bus. That happens. I remember them days. You kind of wake up late and you running down the street trying to catch the bus because that's the only way you're going to get to school. And when the little young brother finally gets to the bus, the bus driver makes a comment about George Floyd to him, being an 11-year-old. Let's go ahead and roll that clip.
Like, I get chills right now. It hurt me. It hurt me.
Rose Gabriel's 11-year-old son, Rashad, is usually carefree and chatty when she meets him after his bus ride home from school. But one day earlier this month, Rashad was unusually quiet.
Ma, the bus driver said something to me that was racist.
The 6th grader told his mom that the bus driver scolded him after his face mask slipped below his nose. He told his mom he was out of breath after running to catch the bus. Gabriel recounted what the driver said.
Since George Floyd, that's what y'all all say, but I don't see a knee on your neck. I'm like, are you sure she said that? He said, yeah, all the kids on the bus heard it.
Not only did other kids hear the George Floyd comment, but it was recorded on the bus's onboard camera.
I just started crying. I just started crying because she tried to make my son feel like he is not supposed to be where he was. And, you know, just don't make him feel inferior. He's not inferior to nothing. He's just as equal as any one of those students on that bus.
After keeping her son off the bus for a day, Gabriel reported the driver's comments. The driver admitted what she said, and the matter quickly reached the desk of longtime school superintendent Doris Vautier. Vautier took swift action. The employee is now out of a job.
I know for sure it made me relieved that I know that she's no longer on the bus with my son or any other, body's child.
Now, you heard what the bus driver had stated to this young brother because, like I said, he had his mask, below his nose. And, some people say they really can't, breathe in those masks. And children aren't used to wearing masks like that anyway. It's hard for some adults to wear the mask. That's why you're seeing a lot of the mandates being dropped. I'm here in Texas. They completely got rid of that. So you don't see nobody walking around with that no more unless, a person chooses to, or most businesses still kind of have, mandates to go in their business. But when the young brother got there from running, he was out of breath. He's not used to running with no face mask on. For this bus driver to bring up George Floyd and say, yeah, ever since that happened, that's all y'all want to say. Nobody was even talking about George Floyd. You the one thinking about George Floyd. You the one keeping that going. Black folks ain't mentioning that. That's the trial. Okay, now the trial is over with. Of course, George Floyd is going to be mentioned for a long time now. I mean, he is one of the victims of white supremacy, just like many others. And so people are going to definitely refer to his lynching for a very, very long time. But to say that to that young brother, see, I told y'all in these schools, our black children are racially terrorized. They're racially terrorized and emotionally terrorized. With these people going around here like, racial and emotional terrorists to our black children. They do this constantly. And you wonder why, our children have issues and problems, especially black boys. They try to do anything they can to try to get them in trouble, have them in the school, the prison pipeline, put them in special education when nothing's wrong with them. This is why I'm a firm believer of, and I will keep saying this when I point out these stories. I'm a firm believer of either we create our own schools or we homeschool. That is the most safe place for our black children. Now, yes, the superintendent got rid of, this individual, fine. But it's not just that one individual is the problem. It's the whole school system is the problem. And the reason why the school system is the problem is because the system itself was built off of anti-black racism, and with a system operating of white supremacy. That's why the school is always going to be a problem. The police is going to be a problem. The banking system is going to be a problem. Everything that we have that operates in this country is always going to be a problem because it was all established with anti-black racism. Because when you have slavery and you viewing people as inhumane and you can do whatever you want or you deem yourself superior, I don't know why you even deem yourself superior. I don't get it. Because you didn't build anything on your own. Black people built it for you. How are you superior? But
say the Star-Spangled.
It's the tweet heard around Louisville.
Heights Elementary and JCPS posted this video of third grader DeCorey Johnson singing the national anthem to his school last week.
He tells me he's a triple threat. First day of school.
DeCorey's teacher, Jessica Hart, says she was shocked the first time she heard the 9-year-old sing on a Zoom call during NTI.
He asked to sing a song after class one day and blew us all away.
Since then, DeCorey has been serenading his classmates with everything from Journey to his favorites, Tina Turner and Whitney Houston.
He acts, he loves to dance, play the piano, tap dance. He's just a very, very inspirational kid, and wherever we go, everybody knows him as the anointed one.
DeCorey's parents say he started singing before he could talk, but it's not just his voice that makes the third grader special.
He's always looking out for the homeless.
Always.
We ride past and see somebody that say, "Hey, Dad, you need to stop, let the window down, give him some money." I'll be like, "Hey, man, can't give everybody the money," but to him, he want to help the world.
And I just want my voice to reach out to the world.
And that's exactly what it's doing. Ms. Hart says DeCorey is teaching his classmates more than songs. He's literally changing their lives through important life lessons.
I think that he inspires his classmates to be more confident in themselves and share their talents.
I really love my classmates. It's like that they're my audience. And I just love them, with all my heart, never stop.
Proverbs chapter 22 and verse 6. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. So before I begin, I want to start out by giving all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rekakwadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who teach and where I learn this truth. All right, peace and salutation to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai's elect. All right, finna get into a quick morning lesson. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai right desire is edifying. All right, and it's gonna be dealing with to begin with, it's gonna be dealing with, all right, these Israelite young adults, all right, who are finding out that Esau is the devil. All right, that's pretty much all you can say it. All right, and Esau is the so-called white man. All right, which is not white, he is red. All right, and you so-called Negroes, Spanish, Native Americans, you are the Israelites according to the Bible. All right, you seen the young Jake woman. All right, she finna go to college and all that, but yet she's so emotionally fragile that she can't even deal with, you know what I'm saying, the so-called white man, you know what I'm saying, talking shit about Black Lives Matter. All right, she's in tears. All right, and doing all of that shit. All right, and worked herself up to the point to where, you know what I'm saying, she didn't want to do a class presentation no more and shit. All right, then you seen her mother sitting right there completely destroyed, talking about she's a proud army mom. That's what her shirt said. All right, you know what I'm saying, these people are gone. All right, her daughter's asking her, does she accept her because of her color and shit, which that was a dumb question. She slept with your father, so obviously, you know what I'm saying, she has to accept it. Anyway, these people are fucking gone, all right? These people are fucking crazy, all right? And the Edomite was telling the truth about the damn Black Lives Matter woman, all right? She does have 5-6 different houses, all right? That whole thing was funded and started, all right, by George Soros, all right? A damn Edomite, all right? They don't give a damn about you so-called Negroes, all right? Hispanics or Native Americans, all right? Because you're not black, all right? You are not the color of your hair. All right, you are Israelites. You know what I'm saying? If you come from the seed line of a so-called Negro, Hispanic, Native American man, all right, you will be an Israelite. All right, not a black person. All right. All right, and then in the second clip, all right, with Phil, all right, you seen the young Jake boy. All right, they said he was 11. All right, basically, they rubbed the George Floyd shit in on him, all right? He was running to the bus and all that. And you seen his mother, all right? And the common denominator in all these videos, except for one, is that the so-called black woman, all right, is the root of everything, all right? She's the one right there, you know what I'm saying? In the first two clips, you didn't see, let me see what the first two, in the first two clips, you didn't see one father of those children, all right? You didn't see the black girl. I'm gonna say that the way they say it, all right? That way, you know what I'm talking about. You didn't see the black girl with her father there. All right, she's there complaining, crying, pissing and moaning to her mother. All right, and then in the second clip, you seen a young black boy, all right, sitting there crying, complaining to his mother. All right, and she's emotional. All right, she could barely get through the damn interview without crying and shit. You know what I'm saying? Showing you women don't, man, you women don't know what you doing. All right, you women weren't taught nothing. All right, I'm just gonna tell you what it is. You younger women. All right, wasn't taught nothing about an age woman, because if you were, then your children will be trained up in the way that they should go. All right, but let me read that scripture right quick. All right. All right, this is Titus 2:3. It reads, the aged women, likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers, not given to much wine, teachers of good things. All right, so the quote unquote big mamas, the grandmothers and shit. All right, those would be the aged women. All right, they were supposed to be teachers of good things. All right, that they may teach the young women, which would be these mothers that you see today, to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children. Only one of them women had a husband, all right? You know what I'm saying? The rest of them women, if they had husbands, they wasn't there, all right? You know what I'm saying? Let me go to the next verse. Verse 5, to be discreet, chaste, keepers at home. All right. Good, obedient to their own husbands, that the word of Yahweh Basham Shah power be not blasphemed, all right? So, you know what I'm saying? If it would be all possible, you women should be teaching your children at home, all right? Now, we understand in this society, all right? We under the curses, all right? We in captivity, so that's not a luxury that a lot of us are afforded to do. But Esau gave you a bailout this time around, all right? When all of this shit went bad with COVID, all right? All you parents, all you women, you could have got your kids at home and homeschooled them, all right? For free. It wasn't even going to cost you nothing, all right? But what y'all do? Y'all couldn't wait to send their asses back to school, all right? You damn demons tried to keep your children for 2-3 weeks to a month and realized you couldn't fucking do it because you're not real parents. You sent their asses right on back to school, right on back to Esau, right on back to continue to be indoctrinated in the madness that this world pushes, all right? You seen that last little video with the little Jake boy, all right? He actually had his mother and his father, but look at what they got him doing, all right? Cooning and buffooning and shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn. All right, Jacob is the salt of the earth. We understand we got talent and all of that, but why you have your son up there showing off his God-given talent to them fucking Edomites? You know what I'm saying? They making a mockery out of Jake. They got him singing for him. All right, doing the national anthem and shit. All right, that little dude said he loves everybody. He loves all his classmates and shit. He wants to help the homeless. All right. His father is not training him up in the way he should go, all right? The scriptures tell you, if you're going to give to the godly man, all right? You don't give to no damn, you know what I'm saying, beggar just because they poor, all right? Remember who put them there, all right? Yahweh Basham Shah put them there, all right? I'm going to get there right quick, too. Let me show you that, all right? It's 1 Samuel, all right, 2:7, all right? And it reads, the Lord maketh poor. And the Lord is all caps, Yahweh. So the Lord, Yahweh, by Shem Yahushua, maketh poor and maketh rich. He bringeth low and lifteth up. He raiseth up the poor out of the dust and lifted up the beggar from the dunghill. All right, so that's then, you know, right there. Anybody that's poor or in that position, it's because Yahweh Shem Yahushua put them there. And you can't fucking get them out of it, all right? You know what I'm saying? Rewarding evil to yourself, all right? And at the same time, you still heaping coals upon their heads, all right? Because, you know what I'm saying? You can't do nothing for the 2/3, all right? Let me see, get another precept right quick. Where am I going? Let me go right here. All right, this is 1 Kings 2:2. This is when King David was getting ready to go to the spirit world, and when he was talking to Solomon, all right? And this is what he told him. He said, 1 Kings 2:2, I go the way of all the earth. Be thou strong, therefore, and show thyself a man. All right? So that's what you're supposed to be teaching your sons, all right? These young men, you're supposed to be teaching them and raising them up to be men, all right? Let me see. I think it's Sirach. Is it 16 or is it 30? Let me see. Let me see. It might be 30. I'm going to read this anyway. This is Sirach 16:1. It say, desire not a multitude of unprofitable children, neither delight in ungodly sons. Though they multiply, rejoice not in them, except the fear of the Lord be with them. All right. Trust not thou in their life, neither respect their multitude. For one that is just is better than 1,000, and better is it to die without children than to have them that are ungodly. For by one that hath understanding shall the city be replenished, but the kindred of the wicked shall speedily become desolate. All right, so there you go. All right, if your sons ain't, you know what I'm saying, taught the right way and fearing the Lord, you know what I'm saying, there's no reason to even have them. All right, let me see. This Ecclesiasticus, the book of Sirach 30. I'm gonna start at 1. It say, he that loveth his son causeth him often to feel the rod, that he may have joy of him in the end. All right, meaning you whoop his little ass. All right, you discipline him. All right, you raise him up in the way that he should go. All right. Verse 2, it say, he that chasten his son shall have joy in him. He that chasten his son shall have joy in him, and shall rejoice of him among his acquaintances. All right, verse 3, he that teacheth his son grieveth the enemy, and the enemy is Esau. All right, that Jake you seen in that last clip, he's not grieving Esau. You know what I'm saying? He's appeasing Esau. He's making Esau happy. You seen how them damn Edomite women light up when little Jake come in the room? You know what I'm saying? The one Edomite teacher said when on Jake first day of school, he told he was a triple threat. All right, and she liked that because that's the type of people we are. You know what I'm saying? We understand that we are great people and we are extremely talented people, but why are you exploiting your son to these fucking Edomites? All right, and his mother, all right, man, say destroyed. All right, straight destroyed. Okay, she's just like the mother. You know what I'm saying? Black women or them other two individuals you seen. All right, trying to stay in bounds because you know how E ass is. All right, like the flag shit with his punk ass. But yeah, you seen how these women are doing, man. They destroying these kids, all right? These young men and young women, all right? I ain't gonna call them children and kids. They're destroying these young men and these young women, all right? And they're gonna grow up, these young men and these young women, they're gonna grow up and destroy their children, all right? But luckily, Yahweh Shemi outside is on his way back to destroy this fucking place and this setup before any of that shit happens, all right? This generation, this adulterous ass generation cannot pass, all right? So let me continue this. This is verse 4. What I really wanted to read. Sirach 30:4. It say, though his father die, yet he is as though he were not dead, for he had left one behind him that is like himself. All right, so there you go. If you was raising your son up the way he would go, you would leave, you know what I'm saying, yourself behind, all right? Because ultimately, at the end of the day, you're going to come back to your sons, all right? You know what I'm saying? But hey, 2/3 of our people, they don't understand that, all right? Let me read this right quick. All right, this is 2 Ezra 10:33. It said, and he said unto me, stand up manfully, and I will advise thee. All right, so you got to girt your loins like a man, all right? You know what I'm saying? And you young Jakes, man, say, man, it's going to be bad times for y'all, all right? Because y'all parents ain't taught y'all nothing, all right? Y'all could possibly be those cursed children, all right, that the scriptures speak of, all right? When you niggas said, let his blood be on us and our children, all right, these young men and young women could possibly be the children of those that said that, all right, and that put that on them, all right, because, hey, nobody perishes being innocent, all right, and Yahweh Shemi is getting ready to judge, all right, 2/3 of you Jakes, and it don't matter if you're a small child, an infant, it don't matter, all right, the scriptures say in Ezekiel 9, let me get it right quick, them death angels ain't gonna be hearing that shit at all, all right, let me start at verse 4. All right, and it reads, and the Lord, Yahweh Shemi said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and Jerusalem is a people before it is a place, all right? Jacob was a man who had 12 sons, all right? And on down the line, when Joseph came in, his 2 sons replaced Dan, so that's where you get the 12 tribes from, all right? Ephraim and Manasseh, all right? Because Dan is no longer, all right, mentioned, all right? So we continue on and saying, the Lord Yahweh Shemi said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads. And this mark is speaking of and is an exemption from judgment, all right? the judgment that's getting ready to come to America, all right? Spiritual Sodom and Egypt, all right? Because that's what America is in the Bible. Mystery Babylon ruled by the daughter of Babylon, which is Esau, Edom. All right, so it says, set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. All right, all the wickedness that's pushed out in this wicked ass place. Verse 5, all right. And to the others he said in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. So don't show them niggas no mercy. That's what these angels that's coming behind the righteous angels. All angels are righteous, but the angels that's coming to save the righteous, all right, you're going to have death angels that's coming to destroy the wicked. 2/3 of our people are wicked. So it said, let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly, old and young. All right, both maids and little children and women. But come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin in my sanctuary. All right, so it's going to start with the house of Israel. All right, judgment is going to start with Israel, you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. All right, Esau, the scripture tells you, it's going to be like a madman sparing none, but still spoiling those that fear the Lord. All right, and that's talking about the Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. All right, Esau is a bloody man. All right, and he's the sword of the Most High, as it says in Psalm 17 and 13. Arise, O Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah, cast him down, disappoint him, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. All right, and you find out who the wicked is in Malachi 1 and 4. When they tell you Esau is the border of wickedness and the people. So it's a nation, all right, against whom the Lord had indignation forever, all right? Righteous hatred against them devils forever, all right? 2nd Ezra 6 and 9 tells you Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. So we in the age of Esau, all right? Job 9 and 24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, all right? That's Esau, all right? So when you sending your children to his school and shit, all right? You know what I'm saying? You learning his history, all right? His story, all right? And it's unprofitable, all right? The only thing that's gonna stand up in the times to come is this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, all right? That's coming out these scriptures, all right? Let me get that right quick. All right, I'm gonna read this. This is Isaiah 8 and 20. It say, to the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them, all right? So there you go. All right. See, I think it's another one, Isaiah 33. I think it's 6. Yeah. All right, it say, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, is his treasure, all right? So that whole wheel of the world shit that you jakes is coming in, that's going to get you destroyed, all right? It's going to get you fucking destroyed, all right? This is not your rest. You were not brought here, all right, to prosper, all right? You know what I'm saying? But you women, you're going to destroy your children too. Let me get that right quick. It's, give not thy strength to a woman. Let me see. All right. Proverbs 31 and 3. Give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to that which destroyeth kings, all right? So, you know what I'm saying? That's what these women are doing. They're destroying young kings, all right? It's another one. Jeremiah 31 and 22. And it's another one in Isaiah. Let me get ready and close it out. All right, this is Isaiah 31 and 22. It say, how long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? Talking about you so-called Negro, Hispanic, and Native American women. For the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, had created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man, all right? Because that's a new thing in the earth, all right? It tells you in Genesis 3 and 16 that the woman's desire are to be to her husband, and he shall rule over her. But in these households that you see today, these women, these big mouth ass women, all right, which was taught by Big Mama and her big ass mouth, all right, they're ruling these households, all right? This is Genesis 3 and 16. This is, you know what I'm saying, the first book of the Bible, all right? It says, unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrows and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire, meaning the woman's desire, shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. So that kills that 50-50 shit That kills that feminism shit. That kills that lesbianism shit because it said husband and he. All right, so you women that are marrying other women, you way the fuck off. All right, and all you gonna get judged for this. All right, you're gonna all get a judgment for it. All right, so it's all good. You know what I'm saying? We just letting your ass know before the judgment come. That way when they get here, your ass know why. All right, let me go to Isaiah 13. All right, and is it Isaiah 13 and 12? Isaiah 3 and 12, I'm sorry. I'm finna read that right quick too though. This is Isaiah 13 and 12. It say, I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. All right, and that's an Israelite elect man, all right? In the times we coming into, hey, if you ain't with an Israelite elect man, hey, it's going to be bad times for you. You're going to be destroyed, all right? You women cannot go to your Yahweh outside without going through your man, all right? You ought to be under him. All right, this is Isaiah 3 and 12. It say, as for my people, children are their oppressors. Talking about these Edomites, all right, as well as these other nations, all right? And women rule over them, all right? Big mama in her big ass mouth, all right? And everybody business telling them what to do, all right? O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err and destroy the way of thy paths, all right? And that's what these women do, all right? They destroy the way of kings and they destroy the way of the paths, all right? They ain't supposed to be leading. A woman can't even lead herself, all right? The hell you mean? How the hell she gonna lead somebody else, all right? She's supposed to be raising up the children, all right? And when a child hits 12 years old, when one of her children hit 12 years old, guess what? That's adulthood, all right? This is 1 Ezra 4 and 26. It said, yeah, many there be that have run out of their wits for women and become servants for their sakes. Many also have perished, have erred and sinned for women, all right? That's talking about you simp-ass niggas, all right? As well, all right, as children, all right? Because who's the number one aborter of children in America? All right, in the world, all right? You so-called black women, Hispanic women, and Native American women, you Israelite women, you kill more of your children, all right, than any other nation on this earth, all right? And that's because you're wicked, all right? I'm going to get one more, and I'm going to close out. Let me go to Lamentations 4 and 3, all right? And it reads, even the sea monsters draw out the breast, they give suck to their young ones. The daughter of my people is become cruel, like the ostriches in the wilderness, all right? So you wicked ass women, all right, you're going to be destroyed, all right? You don't know how to raise children, all right? That's why it's an election that Yahweh Shemel Shai is coming back for, all right? He ain't coming back for the whole house of Israel. He's only coming back for the elect. I know I said that was the end, but I got to hit one more, all right? The spirit is rolling, so it's feeding me more scriptures, all right? This is Jeremiah 16 and 1. It say, the word of the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai, came also unto me, saying, thou shalt not take thee a wife, neither shalt thou have sons or daughters in this place, all right? Because they're going to be wicked. They're going to be destroyed. They're going to be indoctrinated by Esau, all right? And by Eve, all right? Eve and Esau, all right? Still balling, all right? Stockton and Malone, 2021, all right? Still going strong, all right? But they love is on the rocks right now because these black women are starting to see Esau for the damn devil he is, all right? You black devils are starting to see this white devil for what the fuck he is, all right? Verse 3, it say, for thus saith the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai concerning the sons and daughters that are born in this place, talking about right here, spiritual Sodom and Egypt, all right? America, all right? And concerning their mothers that bear them, and concerning their fathers that begat them in this land. They shall die of grievous deaths, all right? Yahweh Shemel Shai is going to fuck 2/3 of his people up, all right? Death by pain, as the scriptures say, the same must know it after death by pain. They shall die of grievous deaths. They shall not be lamented, neither shall they be buried, but they shall be as dung upon the face of the earth. So in the times we coming into, you niggas ain't going to be getting buried, all right? You're going to be like shit on the ground, all right? That's what dung is, all right? It say, and they shall be consumed by the sword, and Esau is the sword of the Most High, all right? That's destruction, all right? And famine, because Yahweh Shemel Shai is going to starve you niggas out. And their carcasses shall be meat for the fowls of heaven, and for the beasts of the earth, all right? Because a famine is coming, all right? A famine of hearing the prophets, the men of the Lord, and then a famine of bread and water, all right? And you know what I'm saying? Concentration camps, all right? It's all finna go down, all right? And 2/3 of you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you're gonna go down with it, all right? You've been numbered to the sword, and it's time for you to bow down to the slaughter. All right. So that's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? Yahweh Shai is going to kill 2/3, all right? Whether they men, women, or children. It don't matter. All right. If you're a 2/3, you're going to die. He's only coming back for the elect, the house of David. All right. And the house of Saul is going to be destroyed. All right. So I'm going to close out with that. Give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. And double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach and where I learn this truth. All right. Shalom.